Everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys, I'm going to be talking about the new Dark Magician support and just the deck that I've been tinkering around with. Please note that this is a very early rough draft version of the deck. I've played around with it for about 2 days to 3 days now, and about 3 to 4 days, I would say, and I'm still tinkering around with it. This is pretty much like version 1.3. Still testing it out, still in the very early beta stages of the deck. But pretty much what I did was I took what I've already known from playing Dark Magician, the spellbook variation that you guys know on my channel. I took that with the new Dark Magician support and see how it meshes together with the spellbook engine. I have to admit, after playtesting, it works fairly well and does a very good job. I have to admit, overall, I'm very pleased with it. But more testing will be done. More field testing, putting it out there in the gun range and seeing how it shoots and how it works in combat, on the dueling field. It still needs to be tested more. And for right now, I'm very pleased with it, though. I will admit that. But I'm going to go over the deck and my choices a little bit. Then we'll get into more depth about the deck and things of that nature. But like I said, this is a very early thing. Any constructive criticism is welcome. But I'm just out there to help give people a template if they really want to, or something of that nature. I know a lot of you guys have asked me my opinion, hey, are you going to build a Dark Magician, with the new support? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll definitely do it. It's no problem, and I don't mind doing it. But we'll go into a lot of depth about pecking my brain out, just thinking of the different ways we can build this deck. And I'll have to admit, there's a bunch of different ways you can build this deck. There's a bunch of different cards you can add into the deck. I'm just saying, guys. So don't hate on me because I'm not playing this card or that card. There's a lot of different things you can do with this deck, and it still needs to be tested to find the proper build that fits my playing style. So first off, 3 Dark Magician. I mean, it's a staple in the deck. You run 3 Dark Magician. 2 Black Magician of Black Illusion. A very good card. Do not get me wrong. I do like it. Helps with rank 7s, help with reborning. It's just a good card overall, but I find that as a 3 of, it gets kind of cloggy, so I just like it as a 2 of. 1 Dark Magician Girl. What can I say? If I didn't run this in the deck, guys, I feel like a horrible person. It's a Dark Magician deck. You need to put Dark Magician Girl in the deck, otherwise it just feels like you're running, you're riding in a car that has no wheels. It just feels weird. Maybe it's a flying car, I don't know, but you get the idea what I'm trying to say here, guys. Kaiku the Ghost Destroyer, it's just a good rank 4 that has some synergy with the deck. It can become a 28 beat stick with Spellbook of Power. Same thing with Dark Magician Girl. It can become, a 3,000 beat stick. This can become I believe his attack is 30, so you can become a 31 beat stick. Dark Magician becomes a 3,000 beat stick. A 35 beat stick. I mean, you get what I'm saying. You have to remember that we're running Spellbook of Power in the deck, so all these spellcasters get buffers. They get boosts, and you help thin out your deck, search through your deck, and things of that nature. But Kaiku's also got a good effect that can lock down opponents' graveyards if you're going against a graveyard-oriented deck. Not saying Dark Magician's going to be meta, but it does come in handy in today's game and age. 2 Elemental Hero Prisma. I decided to knock Prisma down to 2 of because we get enough ways to get Dark Magician to the graveyard, it seems like nowadays, and enough ways of reborning Dark Magicians. Dark Magician is not so bad to have in the hand nowadays. We have ways of getting them out of the hand that's consistent and good. So I just like the 2 Prisma because it's not all focus centric on Eye of Timaeus, even though I run 3 Eye of Timaeus. It's good. Breaker the Magical Warrior, probably one of the best standalone monsters I think of all time. It's a 19 beat stick. It's a 1,900 with Spellbook of Power. It's 1,600 with Spellbook of Power and the counter off of it, so you can pop a back row, do what you want to do. It's really nice. Break or Break. Summoner Monk. Very good card. Helps you go into Daigusto Emerald. Very good turn 1 play. Or just if you're setting up for very good combo-oriented plays. You go Summoner Monk, you can go into your rank 4 pool, depending upon what I'm going to make it. Right now I'm just running Dark Rebellion, Silent Arc Honor, and Castel, and Daigusto Emeralds. Daigusto Emeralds the main thing. It's a staple in the deck as a 2 of. You could run it as a 3 of, but I find you need at least 2. And more than 2 you don't use it that often, but definitely 2 because of his second effect that says target 1 non-effect monster reborn it. It's a monster reborn on wheels for bringing Dark Magician out, dumping going Summoner Monk, bringing the Prisma out, dumping the Dark Magician like I've done 1,000 times before in my deck I play now currently. Then what you do is you bring it, go into the Daigusto Emerald, detach, bring out the Dark Magician. Maybe use Eye of Timaeus on it with Spellbook of Power. Go to town on that baby. May run BLS in the deck, like I had BLS down here, I think, because I don't know how it's going to work at the end of the day. I'm still testing out BLS in the deck because, yeah, granted, you only have 3 light targets in the deck, but it's a main key component of the deck, so just saying. 3 Magician's Rod. I really like this card as a 3 of in the deck. It's got decent attack with Spellbook of Power. It gets the power boost of 26, can run over things, but I may drop it down to 2 of, but right now I really like it as a 3 of in the deck. 3 Eye of Timaeus. This helps you go into your Dark Paladin, your Amulet Dragon, your Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight. I mean, it helps you go for a lot of your good fusions. That can help you out. Amulet Dragon can help you in good situations if you just need to go for a big monster to run over things. Dark Paladin can help negate things, really good and useful. Combos well with Spellbook of Wisdom. Dark Magician, the Dragon Girl Knight. I mean, it's a good card that can get around certain things. I like it. 1 instant fusion just helps you go for more rank 4 plays. Really good top decking this for Dagu Stonewold. Dark Magic attack, 2 of, because we can search it now because of this card, Eternal Soul, if we ever get it over here in the TCG. But it's a very good card. You can pitch it with Summon a Monk if you really want to for fodder. But it's a Harpy's Feather Duster. Amazing card. 1 Regeki. You could add this, drop this. I know it's not a most popular card in today's game, but it's still a good card, and it helps. It's non-targetable, so yeah. And plus, it's a spell. More cards for Amulet Dragon to become an ungodly beat stick. Spellbook of Power, a 3 of in the deck. It helps you thin out your deck, run over things. Thins out your deck because you can search Spellbook for Spellbook, or you can search out Wisdom. I was thinking about running Secrets in the deck, but that was usually because the current build I'm playing, you need to get to your powers so you can run over things. But the way this deck functions now, you really don't need Secrets anymore. You just need a 3 power and your 3 wisdom. A little teeny Spellbook engine is all you really need. You don't need to add your towers, your master, your wisdoms, You don't need all that. Just make it simple and the deck will work fine. Don't put the cart before the horse, like I've always said with Spellbooks. But really good, helps you search out for your wisdoms or other powers to run over things, thin out your deck, have power plays, really good, helps out with Black Illusion Magician to get his other effect. Book of Moon, it's a good versatile card. Works with Black this guy over here, Black Illusion Magician. Spellbook of Wisdom, another quick play. Works with this and works with this as well. Really nice. Illusion Magician works with this, works with this. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We run 5 quick play spells in the deck because it helps the deck out, and they're good quick play spells. And plus, they help feed out Amulet Dragon again. But Illusion Magic, I'm 50-50 on. I like it, but I'm still getting used to the fact that adding Dark Magicians from your deck to your hand is a good thing. The reason I say that is because for the longest time, what I used to do is you go Summon a Monk, Prisma. You wanted Dark Magician in the deck or in the graveyard. Mostly in the graveyard, so you could reborn him back with, a whole bunch of different ways, like Soul Charge or, whatever ways, Dagusto Emerald, 1,000 other ways you could bring him back. And get the Eye of Timaeus fusion out. Now it's pretty much becoming add cards to your hand. But the thing is, if you're adding the Dark Magician card to your hand, this makes Prisma less live. So you do have to keep that in mind. But then it's easier to get Dark Magician on the field now. So, I'm still getting used to that. So right now I'm just running as a 2 of. 3 of is a little bit too cloggy for my taste. And I like that he's finger waving his finger, by the way, if you didn't notice. Next, 3 Dark Magician Circle. I really like this card. I may drop it to 2 of, but for right now I definitely like it as a 3 of. Really good card. It helps you get banishing when you get Dark Magician out. May add Soul Charge out. In the deck, take one out, add Soul Charge. Yeah, it's still debating about adding Soul Charge in the deck because I'm paying a lot of life points as I'm looking at it. You got the 3 warnings, and then the 3 solemn cards, and you got instant fusion. Plus, you're gonna be taking hits because this is not a meta deck. So still debating that. 2 Magicians Navigate. This is pretty much like Gotham's Call to some extent. It's a Gotham's pseudo-esque call. Really good card. Helps you get Dark Magician go out. If Dark Magician of Chaos ever comes back, then that would definitely be a staple in this deck, I would say. But for right now, it is not limited, even with their Errata. So for right now, we just run this. But if I was if this came back, I would probably take up maybe a Kaiku or Magician's Rod. I would have to play around with it. 2 Eternal Soul. I know everybody out there is like, run a 2 Eternal Soul, run 2 of it, run 2 of, run 3 of it, run 3 of it. Eternal Soul is such a good card. You have to run 3 of it. It searches, it reborns, it prevents your monsters from not being targeting. All these lovely things. Okay, I get it. But do you think the downside that if this thing, I believe, leaves, all Dark Magicians, if this face-up card leaves the field, destroy all monsters on the field. I've had people Twin Twister me and MST me, and that made me lose the game. So it's a good card, but it's a trap card, which means it's inherently slow. It is a good card, though. I like it as a 2 of. 3 of, no. But as a 2 of, I do like Eternal Soul. Just saying. And then we run the Solemn Brigade because it's just good negation for effects on your opponent, so you can be interact with your opponent. So 2 Solemn Strikes and a Solemn Warning. Amulet Dragon, like I said before, you pretty much banish a whole bunch of spells. This thing becomes ungodly, and if it dies, you bring out a Dark Magician. Dark Paladin, like I said earlier, very good card. Helps negate things. It works with Spellbook of Wisdom because it's a spellcaster. Dark Magician Knight, I said, works well. Elder God Nodin works well in the deck for rank 4 plays. Big Eye is the only other rank 7 I'm running besides the Ebenons because I'm still trying out Red Eyes and I'm still trying out Dragosack. But for right now, I do like the Big Eye because he is a spellcaster. So he does work with Spellbook of Power and Spellbook of Wisdom. Don't forget that. He is a spellcaster. 2 Ebenon Illusion Magician works well with the other spellcaster engine of the deck. 1 Ebenon, the Void Magician, works very well in the deck. I may bump him up to 2 of. I'm still debating that. 1 Dark Rebellion helps get over things. 1 101 gets over, around things. And Castel helps you get around things. And 2 Daigusto Emerald. Yeah, I sometimes use its first effect, but most of the time it's just for warning Dark Magicians going for rank 7s and just using a whole bunch of Dark Magicians to attack your opponent. On to the pretty much the cards I'm going to be I've still been trying out and thinking about in the deck, and just little things I can throw out there to you guys if you don't know about these cards. So BLS, like I said earlier, is something you could run in the deck. It's definitely possible, but more testing will be needed to see because I'm not running Magician's Valkyria like I used to use, so I don't have as many light targets. Plus, I'm down 1 Prisma, so you see the ratio problem there. But only time will tell if I add them back into the deck and try play around with the deck. Like I said, this is a very early version of the deck. Dark Magician's Knight along with Magician's Title is another way you could go with this deck. It's very effective. I've tried it out, and I would highly suggest you maybe looking into that. Skilled Dark Magician is no longer needed in the deck. I'm just going to say that. Yeah, he's a 19 beat stick. Yeah, he works well. But this Magician's Rod here replaces that, in my opinion. Like I said with Magician's Valkyria, I really want to add her in the deck because she's one of my other favorite spellcasters in Yu-Gi-Oh history. But only time will tell if I keep her in the deck or not. Lemon Magician is something I could work with the deck, but I'm still debating it. Magician's Robe. I know this is a card that people are probably surprised I don't run in the deck, and I understand that, but I really didn't like this card. I tried it out a couple times, and I was just like, it doesn't do anything really. Yeah, it does this. It brings the Dark Magician up from the deck, but I got 1,000 other ways I could do that already. What's the point of having this card? It's cool if you really want to run it in the deck. Go right ahead, run it as a 1 of or 2 of, but I don't like it. You could also run Magician of Black Chaos in this deck if you really wanted to go down that route. You could add another Dark Magic attack if you really felt like it. Soul Charge is something that's really teetering on adding into the deck. I'm still debating it. Thousand Knives is not a bad card, don't get me wrong, but I don't really, I really don't need it. I would rather search out the Dark Magic attack. Spellbook of Secrets, like I said earlier, can help thin out your deck, search for your spellbook powers, your spellbook plays, and whatnot, but you don't really need it in the deck. Dark Magical Curtain's another thing you could add into the deck if you wanted to, because it has the solemn judgment type of thing where if you only have 100 life points left, you pay 50 and you get a Dark Magician out in the field for free. But I don't know about it. Black Illusion, it's another card, but I prefer Spellbook of Wisdom. Another adding Eternal Soul, you could do that if you wanted to. And another little card I'll talk about here is Dark Illusion. It's another way of protecting your dark monsters, because if I look at this deck and I look at the extra deck, let's just go over this. Dark, 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 dark attribute, except these two are light. Your entire main deck is dark. Your extra deck, dark, 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 dark. Pretty much all but 5 of your card, 6 card monsters in your main deck and extra deck are not dark. This can help protect those monsters. And I may add a Lure of Darkness into the deck. It's something I have been considering, but I really don't like banishing my Dark Magician. Just like with Red Eyes, you don't like banishing your Dark Magician. So I'm still testing that out. But Dark Illusion is something you may want to try out in the deck. This deck is mainly dark centric. It's got a lot of darks in the extra deck and main deck, so it really works out well in the deck, like I just showed you. So things to think about here as I end this video here. There's a lot of different ways you could run this deck, and like I said for the third time now, this is not the final version. This is me just testing the deck out, trying to feel it out, understand it, comprehend it, trying to find a build that fits my forte, fits what I do. And I have to admit, the Spellbook engine, even though I've cut it down even more, it works very well with the deck. It thins the deck out, works very well. There's a lot of good, strong power plays. The deck doesn't have just what I had a problem with the original Dark Magician deck that I currently own and build with Ayatamias and everything. Was the fact of the matter was you went for your big power play and there was no backup play. Now I have multiple backup plays I can do, and if Eternal Soul comes out here, which I'm hoping it comes out here somehow, some way over here to the TCG, this deck would be a lot better off, I feel like. But till then, I don't know. The deck functions well. I like it, but like I said before, more testing will need to be done. It's a good deck. It's not going to be a main meta deck either way you spin it, but I think I have a good feeling that there'll be other Dark Magician support cards coming out in the future. And if that's the case, we may have to tinker around with the deck a little bit more, you know? But till then, I like this way of running the deck. So till next time, guys, take care, have fun dueling, good luck dueling, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.